Hey, so today we have bought a review of a. Let me see this. Let's do this one. 801 or 8014ZD. This guy is it's a diamond game. Holy shit. It's a diamond lobby. He is a Masters player though. 14Z. So I'm probably gonna be mostly focusing on his own mistakes and not the enemies, and then probably go into more specific things because he is actually a good player. Guessing he's DPS grandma. Jesus Christ, this guy. Okay, yeah, DPS grandma. He has a really good comp for him. Really good comp. This is a pretty good Zed map as well. Especially first point, Zen can do a lot of work. Okay. Yeah, this is good. He realizes that a Genji moves backwards. Now he knows there's a Doom and a Genji. He should be way moving, and a Pharah. I should be way moving back around here. Okay. With there being a Pharah, you know that Doom is here, but you can't just know he's here. You have to be in a place where he can no longer get to you. So it makes sense. Like, I know you have your BAP here, but if you were to like play more over here, or even over here, where the BAP could be here, as well as them not being able to jump on you, because you know he's there. But even you knowing he's there, you're not scared of him enough, because like Doom is scary. They have Pharah Genji. They will like, the Pharah will poke you out of your position so that they can dive you. And it's one of the worst comps to go into as him. Maybe a Wrecking Ball and a Tracer is a tiny bit worse, but Pharah Doom is horrifying. So you being here is just like scary. You're a little bit too far in the open, too pokeable, and especially with that being there, you should have, instead of rotated here, right when you heard that Doom Slam, you should have rotated back here. Should have discorded that Doom like way before. Keeping harmony on soldiers good. Okay, moving up a little bit much against this comp. You're moving up a little bit much against this comp. And it's like, Doom can just jump in here, kill you, and then leave. You know what I mean? And you have your BAP, so it's not that bad, but you making him use Lamp is the bad. Because then they actually have a chance. So if you're like, oh, I have a BAP, I can get Lamp out, or I can play a little bit more aggressive to get Lamp. That's really just not needed, because you using Lamp is worse than you just sitting back. You're just kind of autopiloting a lot when into this comp you really need to be doing a lot. Like, you need to be insanely scared and focused on just one or two things at a time. And those one or two things are the Doom and the Genji, and knowing the Pharah's position. And staying alive. No! Why'd you shoot into that, man? Storm. Good trying. Good trying. I like how you got out with Trank, but if they would have noticed you, it would have been worse. Right here, you lost. You're running. Yep, get your team. I would have maybe even played that pack a little bit more, because they possibly could have killed you. But you had your bab and your sig, you're fine. Now you're playing up here, that's good. Yep, looking up for the Pharah, that's amazing. That was good, knowing that the Doom is coming, but being in a position where they can get to you easily is still scary. Damn, that Doom, that was fire. You know the Genji is there, you're waiting for a team, good job. Yeah. That's unfortunate. You could have, you really didn't need to play that close, especially into a Doom. Grouping up that close, like, you don't need to, like, you don't need to be in right with your BAP. Your BAP is fine. Your BAP is, like, good at the game somewhat. So if you play here and you get jumped, he will lamp you. Like, he will help you. But if he gets jumped by a doomfist or a Pharah, they just have so much AoE that, like, you're gonna get involved in it and you're gonna die before he does even. So you don't need to play exactly up here with the window. You can play back, you know? Less diveable and less AoE place, and you can use this for cover. You'll probably still get poked out a little bit by the Pharah, but you won't by the Doom. You know what I mean? Doom can't punch you. Yeah, a little thing that you do. I do this a lot too. Oh shit, that was a little too much. You push or you move forward when you don't need to, just so that you can feel involved and feel like you're actually doing something. We're like right before this. Let's see, when you get back. Right when you can see them. I know you want to orb the Sigma, but he'll come to you. Like, you don't need to go to him. You could have stayed right here with your cover. Or at least like just traveled across this. Where you can still have cover in every way, but you can actually peek things. Instead of going here where you can actually die. Or they can force lamp out and get out. Which is another thing you just really don't want to make them do. Because lamp is as important as your life. And like getting lamp when you do dive is nice, but it's just an extra life and you can't be using this extra life so easily. So yeah, I would have played across here and then rotated over here when you want to do that and played here. Again, taking off angles into this comp is just so scary. Like I was playing against Zebra yesterday and I tried taking off angles, dude, I literally just fell. Like I just fell instantly. And it's like, of course this guy isn't fucking Zebra. Their Doom isn't Zebra, but he's good. Like, he's not a bad player, and he can still delete you in a second because you're playing Zenyatta. And, like, being Zebra doesn't make it easier to kill a Zen, you know? Zen's just the easiest fucking guy to kill. So just, Doom's, taking off angles against Doom Pharah, you'll die a lot. Which you haven't been dying, so, I mean, you can take those, but, yeah, right here, you could have stayed back a little bit and then rotated. And I actually like this having a lot though, and your Sig is supporting it. It looks like you have a lot of presence against this Doom. This Doom has been noticing you charging up right clicks and has been blocking them a little bit. You can use your right clicks to force out block if you want. You can use your presence to force out block, and then if you kick right after, then there's just nothing he can do, you know? Or you can just move your crosshair and shoot him, but, you know, kicking is a little bit more, it's a little bit more of a mental game. It makes him feel bad about it. But yeah, if you ever want to force out block, charge up that right click, peek something, and then just kick, and it cancels it. I like how you're playing this against this Pharah. Oh yeah, this is a great angle. As much as I'm scared of going down there, that was a really good angle. Okay, you're a little bit overwhelmed right now. That's okay. Oh, the fact you don't have a trank right now is rough. Good. Yep. That was a really good play. You got a little overwhelmed for a second, but then okay, you need to have more of a plan. I make this mistake too, don't worry, but not having a plan for the end of your trank. Also, it would have been nice if you had a trank there. Would have been nice. It's okay that you used it earlier, and like this guy hasn't used a blade in forever, so it's whatever. But it would have been really nice. So right there, you trank. This is good. You should try to get in your like right here. You didn't have to like do that weird thing. You could have just gone right here. You can heal your both your Sombra and your Sig at the same time from right exactly here, because you know that it hits people above and below, so you can still keep your Sombra from, because she took some damage even. And then right when you get that 2 seconds, 3 second mark, instantly pulling back. You're either pulling back and getting the cover, or you're going and you're finding a target. Most likely this Juno, maybe, if you want to go like that. Or if you want to go after this Brig, you go right here, you go after the Brig, because she's super overwhelmed by everything that's happening. But you need to have a plan of either attack or get out. Most people, I just say prioritize getting out, but you're actually good at the game. You can, if you want to make that decision to push in and get this Brig, you can. But you need to have some sort of plan. Like right here, you just got out of it. Like you wanted the Brig right after, but you didn't know that before. That could have been bad. Charging the Doom is really bad, and you got picked off. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, a little bit overwhelming. It's okay. Okay, you need to think more. When you're going into a Doom, you need to think more. You used to be going into a Genji. Doom Genji is a comp where you really, really gotta think. You gotta think a lot. Because charging his block means that he has a free kill on you. If you charge his block right here, you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, if I see somebody from afar charge Doom's block, I think I need to get away from this guy completely, because if he hits me with a punch and I hit a wall, I am not going to survive. So you charging punch is you killing yourself. It's way bigger than people think of it to be. Orb him, good. Okay, and right here, you're still in a losing place, and they have more mobility than you. You didn't know that your Roadhog was right there. I know you didn't. So you playing right here means you can be killed. You should wait until your Roadhog gets back. You should move back a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? And like, do you guys even have lamp? I thought you guys used lamp. You do have lamp actually. So you could survive, but again, you don't want to get out lamp. And he he wants to use lamp for himself. I know he does. Okay, yeah, I like how you're playing into the Pharah. You're not discording it though. I don't know what key you have Discord orb on, but it doesn't look like it's working great, because I mean you're discording, but it's just a little bit too slow, and sometimes you're just not. I slightly recommend. So what I do is I put Discord on my side, one of my side mouse buttons. It's perfect. It's amazing. It's a lot better than pressing E, because you can still press D while you're doing it. You just press that on the side mouse button. Also, pinging a lot is important, so middle mouse button is important. Discord ping, 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 ping. That's all that matters. And being able to do that so easily with your mouse is so huge. I also have Harmony Orb up on my scroll wheel, which works really well for me. I don't know if it'll work great for you. I don't know. A lot of people do like Shift, but I think it's easier to use my scroll wheel. But yeah, so try throwing your Discord orb on, especially on DPS and squishies. If you're shooting them, you're throwing Discord on. It's a little bit more valuable in tanks. So like, let's say this guy has slam and he can get out. You kind of want to wait that out for a second until you know that he can die. Like let's say he uses block. He got in, used slam onto you, and then uses block. Or actually he uses slam to get to you, and then your Roadhog hooks him in. That's when you throw your Discord over on the Doomfist. You can throw it on at different times too. Let's say you know your hog doesn't have hook or something like that. But if this Doom is somewhat vulnerable, you're throwing Discord on him. But if he's not, just don't even worry about it. If he most likely will survive, don't worry about it because it's so valuable in those important situations. If it's on cooldown on the tank in those important situations, that's really bad. But for TPS, it's not really like that. Especially against like a far, you're just throwing it on. You're throwing it on when you can, and if you're shooting at them, you're throwing them on. If anybody's calming, brig, throwing it on the brig. You could be playing a little bit less open right now. I know you have your BAP. Again, you always have your BAP, but you playing in the bus would be better. I know they can poke you out with Asphara, but Doomfist can't kill you. Doomfist is a big threat. You know what I mean? And you playing back here is so much better. And now that you have a hog, it's a little bit less of a threat, but it's still a threat. You know? So playing back in the bus is just safer. And if you, let's say you go right here, your back can still heal you, and he will. I know he will. Billy BP. If you just LOS the Vara, I mean, she doesn't have as much AoE as she used to. She's not going to deal damage from, like, if she hits you, if she's hitting shots here, and you're sitting here where you can get healed by the BAP, even here, you will get healed by the BAP, and then you're back in. And you're not scared of getting dove. It's a little bit less scary now that they don't have a Genji, but still. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you play this window. Oh, you're playing this window great. Honestly, I'd appreciate if you stayed playing the window, but again, if you were playing bus before, that would have been way better because instantly when you saw that your team was taking damage, you thought, oh, I need to rotate to this little height so that I can get, it's harder to get dove. If you were already up here, you wouldn't have had to, and then you could have actually played the window. You know what I mean? Taking that Discord off the Doom was unfortunate. I like this. I like that you took this route. I like it a lot. But you don't have your BAP. Okay, right when you start that Doom, you're rotating. Yeah, this is the rotation. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Yep, right. So gotta stop charging the BAP. You gotta think more, or the Doom. You gotta think more when you're shooting at Doomfist. You go think, not think, you know? But right when you saw your BAP was back, you got a pick. You're thinking, how can we stagger this? And I like how you rotated back into this fight. How you're picking this angle is great. And now you're rotating now that you know that this fight isn't gonna be like fully overpowered by you guys. Good. You don't need to be rotating out this far. Yeah, okay. That was bad. Okay. Right here. You're peeking this angle, right? You go way, oh wait, no. Over here. You go way too far out in a place where you guys don't have all that space yet. So right here, look at your hog backing away. This isn't your space anymore. This is neutral. They can take the space over very easily. You know what I mean? So since this is neutral space, if you are peeking out this way and you can't really get to there, he can literally swing out this way and shoot at you. Or swing out this way and shoot at you through there, through the space that's nobody's right now. You know what I mean? So you really need to play your cover more. I mean, he would be playing less cover, right? But he has his whole team behind him. You have your team above you, to the side of you. Your BAP isn't healing you. He's above you. You know? You don't have your team to really help you in this situation. If you get domed by this Kree, which he doesn't, but if you did, scary. And if you're rotating this way and trying to get away from that Kree, now you're in shitty position. So no matter what, if you're coming out this far, you're in bad. You should have just played this. Just played this. You don't need to move up at all. And then if you want to rotate, you come out this window. I need some AC. Give me a second. Good day. Bap's getting Bap. Oh no. Sombra dies. You're playing way too far. Okay. Okay. Well, you got Barrage out. Jesus Christ. Usually I don't even track Barrage much. And because I don't think you were tracking Barrage, I think it was fine, because that positioning would have been okay if they didn't have Barrage, or it wouldn't have been that great, but it would have been fine, you know? And it was a good little strat. Oh, think more before you never want to, like, shoot a 5 orb into a Doom that's blocked. Yep. I don't know if you popped up because of yourself, but if you didn't charge up their Doom Punch, you wouldn't have needed to trank that so quickly. Because, you know, your BAP has Lamp, your Hog has the survivability of Jesus Christ himself, you know? So, that Doom block got out trank a little early. Or that Doom punch, the charged one. Again. And I think you were actually thinking of the Juno there, but that's not who you want to think about. You're not gonna hit her. She's so hard to hit. She's a little bug, you know? So think about, if you are gonna go in with it, you know, think about more things. I actually like that you did go in with it though, because you going out with it would have made you so killable, like surprisingly. But you going into their backline was actually good, but you need to think more about who you're gonna kill, and the Juno is just the incorrect answer objectively. I would have discorded the Doom quicker, maybe shot at the Juno while the Doom is discorded, which is not. She isn't either. Yeah, you need to throw a Discord on more. But I would shot at the Doom, you know, or just in Discord of the Doom. Maybe probably shot at him too because of the EMP. And maybe shot at the Juno. But yeah, think more about who your target's gonna be. Great, that was sick. Amazing. Oh, that's unfortunate. You got nothing with the EMP. If you had discorded Doom, you probably would have killed him. Good pick on the Juno though. Oh, tired. A little sleepy. Alright, what are comps looking like here? You have Tracer Adventure now. Playing this way different. They're still on around the same comp. That Pharah Doom is gonna be, it's still gonna be scary. Especially with this comp that's made to leave you behind. Not a bad comp though. Ooh, okay. Not a bad. I would have liked them on a more actually, but whatever. Orbiter Bastion. Okay, niche thing. If you see a Bastion do a rocket jump or a Zarya, just orb him for a second. It makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel more safe. Like, it's not even about, because you know they'll get the self regen, but it's not even about that. It's literally that it makes them feel more safe to play around, to play with their team being at full health. You know what I mean? But yeah, small. You guys are taking space. You're using that space. Good. Discord of the Pharah. Okay, here. Do you go back and play this? I think you do. I hope you do. Because, yeah, this is what you want to do. You want to play around this right here. Play around all that cover. Now you back up. Oh, and here you're leaving. You're either leaving all the way away, or you're leaving this way so that your Winston can go with you and you guys can be a little, like, split thing where you can push up, you guys can push this way, and you can take this little angle, you know? You can wait for your Winston to engage. You know, you guys are here, right? Maybe you even want to go here. You know, play this. That's honestly a good move as well. But your Winston engages, and then on that chaos, you put in a lot of poke from off angles and get good discords off. That's probably what I would have done, or you just leave. You just leave back to your Moira. But playing here is so, as much as you want to take this point, you have so many people here that are about to go stop it, and so it's just like not gonna work. My dog's barking in the background. I don't know if you hear that. But hopefully he gets this pick and gets out this way to where you guys can meet together and form a little thing right here, you and your Winston. And then the rest of the team can push in here, maybe even bus, and you and your Winston can take this angle. That's what I would love to see. Oh, and you do it. Yes. Perfect. Ah. You want to go all the way. You want to go all the way. Because again, you're killable. Actually, your Winston gets out. That's good. But yeah, if you would have gone all the way around, it probably would have been more safe. Right when you hear that, you're going back in cover, by the way. Okay, a lot of things with Doom. You have trouble with Doom. You have trouble not shooting Doom block. Take your way to instant. But also, right when you hear that, you know that Doom's in this rank. They can be charging this way, and they can just instantly boom, and you're dead. You know what I mean? And they will do that. They will schizo punch in random directions. If you hear that punch, you're behind cover instantly. You don't need that. Like, you lose like a second of value doing that. And then yeah, punch killed your Moira. The punch that you charged up. Orb that guy, help your point. And then when inevitably they push in to try to contest, because it's a 3v4, you're moving here. Even if you want to, I think you should stay here and play for the percent. But if you want to, you can play here. I wouldn't recommend it honestly, but it would work. It would work, and it would make you a little bit less vulnerable because they would need to use, like, especially their Doom would need to use cooldowns to get to you. You know what I mean? He would need to use the slam to get to you. And then if you're right here, the slam doesn't do damage to you. It's a lot harder for him to get value. But right here, getting that percent is important, so that's okay. But right when you see them pushing in, you're going here and you're playing Mega. And you're playing deep Mega, too. You're playing deep near the Mega as much as you can. And if you ever hear the Doom, you're going towards the deep Mega. You know what I mean? Or you're going towards this window, one or the other, because if this Doom gets the slam damage on you, then he knows he has the upper hand. He's got to punch you and then block, and then you're going to inevitably shoot into the block. And then you're dead. You know what I mean? So, like, you want to play deep. I want to see if you do. You guys have a good little thing. Your Bastion's in a little bit far. Good orb. Unfortunate. He was in a little bit much. Does he touch? You gotta stop punching. You gotta stop shooting into that. You gotta stop shooting into that. And also right there, you thought you were gonna get it. You need to be a little bit more scared of how much damage they could do on this with this team comp. They can touch so quickly. Right when you see them, you can be shooting them from right here if you want. But not from right here in the open where you have to still move back because he's not gonna let you. The Doomfist is not gonna let you. You want to go here. Doomfist Pharah, you want to go inside. And again, giving him punch is your big issue. Take your time. Take your time with your shots against the Doomfist. And if you want to cancel your right-click kick, you know, that type of thing. Your Bastion's in a little too deep against the Doomfist. Doomfist Pharah, your Bastion's in too deep. Never mind, it's fine now. Discord, yep. That one, I liked you shooting it. Oh shit. First thing, oh, you trank it. Shit. Okay. So where you were playing could have been better against the Meteor Strike. So if you are right here, right? If you're right here, and he's gonna meteor strike either right on top of you, right here, right here, right here, or right here, or just one of these edges, you know? If you are playing right here where you are, and you see it pop, let's see, where is it pop up? So first thing, you're right here, so that's a little bit less fortunate. Would have been better if you were right here, but like you couldn't because of how the Doom was playing. He does that. You want to instantly get near an edge. You know what I mean? You want to instantly get near an edge. Honestly, right here is a little bit tough. I don't know what I would do in this specific position, like where the best place is, but I think the best possible situation is you going right here, hoping that he drops right where you are. He probably won't. He'll probably drop right here and you'll probably die no matter what without like big heals. But I would try going here. Hopefully he drops on you. And then as he's dropping on you, you rotate to behind this wall because he needs LOS to get it. You know what I mean? Or if he gives you enough time, you move up to here. And then right when he does one of these, you just go in the opposite direction and use the LOS. So you don't get hit by it. Because if you get hit by it, you're most likely dead. Or you force strength, which right here, you're going out in the open thinking, I don't know what you're thinking, but right here, you're no matter what, you're getting hit by it. Like you could have already rotated to right here, and then you could have did what I was talking about. But right now, you're just thinking, he's dropping on me, I'm gonna use strength. And then right here, you strength. Oh. If you think you want to win this fight, you really want to win this fight, especially since you use strength, you are going to your Winston. You might die after, but you need to keep him up. You know, he was so low. Let's see that again with all of that. So boom, you should be moving right into against the cover, and then right there, once you're already using it, don't think about your Bastion. You know, think about your Winston, the one keeping you guys together, keeping their team. And now, boom, you should die. You should lose here. That's unfortunate. So yeah, if you would have gone to your Winston, it would have been better. You are on Roadhog now. Oh, this is good. Now, you're thinking, does my Roadhog have hook? If he does, I'm discording the Doom right when he hooks in. Yep. What were those pink? Were you scared about the Pharah? I can see that. That's okay. That big rotate wasn't terrible, but did lose you guys some value since you already have the space. You guys kept this? Yes! Okay, you wanna get... Let's see, is your Moira on card now? I don't really know how this map works. Your Hog is on cart. Don't make your Hog take cart. You want to take it. Like, I know you don't want to be the cart bitch right now. You're like, ooh, I want to get in there, but just be the cart bitch. Just do it. Payload Princess, because your Hog gets so much value being up there against their, like, with a Hog Bastion into Doom, he gets so much more value than you do. The only value you get is staying alive. He gets actual kill potential. And big kill potential. Yep, I like the angle you're playing, though. Against most comps, I would take height here, but against the Pharah, I really wouldn't. Good. Okay. When you've been missing, you keep shooting. You're hyper focusing on it. You keep shooting and you're putting yourself in the open while you're shooting. Try not to make your presence really like loud and well known while you're rotating. So if you're shooting while you're rotating, they could, you know, they can remember. First thing, they'll remember that you're rotating. They'll remember you're going to be here, and they'll dive you. That's the first thing. That's the big one. But also, if they want to, they could just dive you now while you're in the open, which I mean is less of a possibility. But if their Pharah gets like big poke, which I mean she is over here, but if she does get big poke and then the Doom jumps on you and leaves, that's like no good, you know, just the possibility of that. So you want to make it less known that you're rotating over. But most importantly, just so that they don't know that you're here and that they can't jump you all as a team because you don't have your team with you when you're over here. I like being over here. I like you going here, but you can't let them know as much that you're going over here because their Doom does. Shot the Tracer a little too fast, I think. The Tracers can take that duel with you, and you don't know that you can't trust your team enough to save you from that. Yes, he moved away. Right when you heard that, you shot him as you were moving away. That was good. Ah, charging out that punch a lot. You were a little bit more cautious about it though. I like that you were really thinking about your aim against that Juno. I like this. I like this a lot. Now that you know that you're forcing them back, you're trying to claim this space as quick as possible because you don't have a dive tank. Like, let's say you had a Winston here, and the first thing, your Hog's constantly on cart. I'd try to stop. I try to take cart a little bit more because your Hog being on cart in here is just a lost value. But since you don't have a Winston or a Ball or a Diva to take this space, and your Hog is on cart, you taking the space is really big. I don't know if you were thinking about that when you were doing it, but taking the space is really huge. Because, like, you don't really... You have your Tracer to take space. You know, and that's not enough. You're a little too close to this doomfist. Unfortunate. Oh, wait. That was their pulse? Goddamn. Okay, your Tracer is actually the best. Okay, you don't want to be big group. You don't want to be... You don't even want to put yourself in this position. You should have stayed back here. Personally, once you saw that you guys had this space for yourselves, you didn't really need to do much. You didn't need to make your presence as known here. You want to play back here. Because right now they're rotating out and you're late because, I mean, first thing, you have no mobility, but also you're just scared. You're scared of everything and you should be scared. Because there's a Brig running in on you and a Doom that has a punch right on top of your team. You know, I don't know where the fuck he just went. Where is he? Where's the Doomfist? Oh, did you guys kill him? Oh, no, he's meteor striking on top of you. Yeah, so, like, first thing, he probably could have killed you with a punch. He would have died too. That's why he didn't. But, yeah, right here. And he forced that Trank again. You not having Trank for... First thing, they have a Genji now, so it's okay. Because now you can start farming a new one for that blade. But not having a Trank for this... Like, thinking they have a carry and, like, not having Trank, especially with you having a Hog, you can heal him up and a Bastion, you know? Like... Also, why am I watching the Doom? Okay. But yeah, your bad positioning is forcing you to use Trank a little too much, and a lot of too much. Your timing on Trank is good though. Yep, and you burn him. Good job. Okay, so it was a worth it. The Trank was worth it, but you didn't know that was gonna happen. Are you playing this more like there's a Widowmaker on the other team? You are. This is good. You're scared of this Widowmaker. You're pre-firing corners. Nope. Your Hog is technically taking car right now. And don't value the car over your life. So you're LOSing this right perfectly, right? Now, oh wait. A little forward. Now right here, what changes? Like, because if you're still right here, first thing, orb your Bastion, Jesus Christ. Or orb your Bastion, but if you're playing right here, you know, you can still do the exact same thing you're doing. It's useless movement backwards that could get you killed. You know, because this Widow. You need to be playing like you're playing against a Widow. Because right here you can die so easily. Also, orb your Bastion. Your Bastion's so low. Why is he not asking for heals? Press X, Bastion. Big rotation, a little bit scary against a Widowmaker. You should be looking and charging up a right click just in case. But I like this. Oh, I didn't even see that either. Okay, wait, never mind. They pop walls. Good. Good. You do a little bit over peek when you think that it's winnable and you think that you're gonna win, because there's a chance they touched there, and if you were peeking that widow, they could have just tapped you, and then now you're down. You want to keep your keep winning. Don't lower your positioning just because you have an advantage in the fight. Okay, that's it. Okay, you know they have far doomfist and you're playing back here. I love it. I love it a lot. Who are you gonna orb? You should orb your chaser. He's probably gonna be the first fight. Oh, think more when you're fighting a doomfist. He's gonna, whenever he sees you, he's thinking free punch. Do not shoot him anymore until you see the until you see the block, because this guy just think it's free value. Or the Bastion. And starting out with no orbs going is kind of rough. It's kind of no good. Good. You're playing in LOS of your Kiri. Yeah, this position's really nice for you. Yes. One tiny thing that I'd worry about against this Hanzo is playing in these long sight lines. Because before you were the owner of the long sight lines, now he is. Like before, like you could play. Fuck me. You could play against these. You could play against these walls on a long sight line. Now it's a little bit more scary, and it's okay if you do, but it is a little bit more scary now that there's a Hanzo. So just watch out, because like this Hanzo can kind of see you. There's a possibility he just thinks. So, you know, you could have strafed a tiny bit here. But it's small. Don't worry, it's small. And also, this is me reviewing it like it's my own gameplay. I'm not going to, like... Some of these things I wouldn't have done either. But if I was reviewing... I can find so many mistakes in my own gameplay as well. Yep. Playing this. Orb somebody, yeah. Now the whole fight's going on here. Oh yeah, this is you have a really good angle. You're backing out a little bit, which is okay because you saw your Roadhog was in a different lane and that they could have jumped you and taken this over while your Roadhog was here. They somewhat could. It's a small chance, but they could have, and they could have also gone above. So you're thinking, how can I back out and use this cover better, which is perfect. Now they can't get to you at all. A tiny bit less value, but this is definitely the way I would have done it. Yep. Yep, holding these angles is good. And you're going back to this cover right here. Okay. You should be listening more to your right. First thing, stop doing that doomfist. But now that you hear it on your right, you know that, again, you need to pull back into here. Same thing as last time when they took this area. You know, pull back into there or play this. You know, I mean, your Kiri's up here, though. So you're trying to stay in LOS of your Kiri. But they can really roll you. Where's the Pharah? And Pharah's right here. Never mind. I actually take that back. Pharah's not as much of a threat as I thought she was. I thought she was playing this window. My son's a little weird. But yeah, never mind. You played this well. Big threat in that Pharah. You're trying to poke at this, or you were shooting at the Doomfist and giving him punch, but you trying to poke out at this Juno, because I think you know she's there, is really good, because then she just has way less sightlines to play. You know, she can't big peek this Doom. Doom needs to come to her. So you can really only help her Pharah. Now you're playing this. Now you're backing out because you don't. Yes, I love it. Holy, they're on Sombra. This would have been scarier if they went Sombra earlier. I mean, I guess maybe not. Now that they changed Sombra, but this guy's good at Sombra, I would. Good job. It's good defense. You played that round really well. And I like how you took the information they were on Far Doom to change your positioning on defense. But something you should have done, or you should have changed your positioning quicker on the first round. Because you remember the first round when you didn't rotate really quick enough to this area? Kind of stayed up there a little bit. You didn't really rotate to where you could have gone and taken info from the second you saw a Doom. I think you were playing here and then you saw the Doom and you rotated it this way. You rotated towards this way instead of towards this. Pretty sure that's happened. I'm not 100% sure. Long ass game. Okay, you've gone this way every time. I suggest, especially now, because like, well, now they're off of the Pharah, so it's even better. But I think you are scared of the Pharah to go there, but I don't know if you usually do. Like you didn't first round. I'd play up here. If you do get poked out by the Pharah, you can come over here, or you can just sleep. But going up here is huge. I've gotten a lot of early picks with this, especially since they're not scared of there being a Widow on the other team. Because they're playing here. You can really like, poke out the soldier if he's playing here, that type of thing. It's really strong. This little thing messes you up a little bit. But it also kind of helps because then you can play the weird angles. But yeah, I suggest you use that a little bit more. Because you going out big open is kind of scary. Yep, you discorded him when you hooked him. That was good. You guys gave him punch. It wasn't you. But your team is giving this guy punch so many times. That's why you were struggling with him. That was a great hook by him. Also, you tend to, when you see opportunities, you lose your positioning. Even, like, especially when you miss shots, you get rid of your positioning. Like, here, could have stayed back here a little bit and stayed with your cover when you were shooting this Doom. Yeah, it's fine. You know that he doesn't have the space to actually take advantage of it, and then you play boss, and you just play this. You just play this. I lightly suggest you actually play the boss, the train or whatever. You actually play this and rotate as you're rotate up as you're shooting, because you know they're not gonna pressure you while you're rotating. Because playing here, you're playing against a wall, and here you actually have cover. Especially when there's a Doom, and then you win. Great job. So yeah, your biggest issue, taking your time with your shots. You need to think about it, especially against the characters. Genji, Doomfist. I think you are scared of Genji though. You're thinking of Genji Deflect as more scary as Doom Punch. Both of them will kill you. Genji Deflect, Doomfist Punch, or Doomfist Block, Sigma Suck, Zarya Bubble. Those four. You need to think a little bit more before you shoot those characters. So those four are a little bit more scary. First thing, your mechanics were really good, but your projectile could be a little bit better. I don't like talking about mechanics much. You tended to when you were rotating and when you were missing shots, you tended to get rid of your cover too quickly. And I think those are the big issues that I saw, or the big issues that I saw multiple times. But the rest was really good. Just focus on the little things I said. Very situational shit. Yeah. Be more scared of Doomfist. Be more scared of Doomfist. That's a big one. Yeah. You did great. Your positioning was actually really good. I knew it would be, but your positioning was really good. Yeah. Have a nice one.